It is followed by a week filled with activities, food festivities, Basque folk dances, theatre.
Drinks?
Drinks. Welcome to what we have called the Kingdom of Navarre tour and Pamplona. The Kingdom of Navarre was a mighty kingdom in the Middle Ages, and between the year 1000 and the year 1035, even the mightiest kingdom in Spain. But since King Sancho III, also called the Great King, divided his kingdom before he died amongst his three sons, the kingdom shattered. The area of Navarre is now part of the Basque country, one of the 17 autonomous regions in Spain, but still a lot of the population is in favor of total independency. In the north of Navarre you will find a part of the Pyrenees, and in the south the Rioja area, famous for its wine. Pamplona was the capital of the kingdom and is now the capital of the Basque country and our central point of our Kingdom of Navarre tour. From this promenade north of the city, east of the Garden of Taconera, following the city walls, you'll have a beautiful view on the outskirts of Pamplona and its surroundings. This is the Catedral Santa Maria, the Cathedral of Pamplona. It's built in ochre stone in the 14th and 15th century on the site of a 12th century Romanesque church. You can visit the cathedral, but also the monastery next door to it and the museum. We haven't been in the museum, but apparently it's only in Spanish. This huge square is the Plaza del Castillo and the center of Pamplona. It is surrounded by a lot of interesting old buildings and a lot of bars and restaurants with nice terraces, including Café Iruña, said to be the most famous cafe in Pamplona. Café Iruña embodies the spirit of Pamplona and its history. It was founded in 1888 by a group of people from Pamplona, and the name comes from the Basque language name of the city of Pamplona, Iruña. When it first opened, Pamplona was in the middle of the San Fermines celebrations, which I will tell you more about later, but it was said to be filled to the ceiling with people. And ever since, during the festivities, it is now known that a lot of locals, but also tourists, come back to the Café Iruña every year. Nice to know is that Café Iruña was the first establishment in Pamplona to have electrical lights installed. But the real claim to fame of this cafe is that it was frequently visited by the famous American writer Ernest Hemingway. There is a corner devoted to Ernest Hemingway, but this cafe pays its own homage to the writer with a large bronze bust at the end of the bar. And the interior is just like stepping back into history, so let's go in and see if we can spot him at the bar. And its terrace is just the perfect place to enjoy a coffee, a refreshing drink, or maybe even a meal, with a view on this beautiful square and all the people walking around. This is the Ayuntamiento de Pamplona, the town hall. Look at its beautiful Baroque facade. with firing the traditional Chupinazzo rocket from the balcony of the Ayuntamiento on July 6th at noon, the festivities of the San Fermines Fiesta officially starts. It is followed by a week filled with food festivities, Basque folk dances, street theatre, open-air concerts, fireworks and a giant parade. The famous apotheosis of the festivities is the encierro, the running of the bulls. Existing since 1591, starting on July 7th, thousands of daredevils will be chased by 6 bulls every day in the narrow streets of Pamplona. The runners are recognizable by their white clothing, a red handkerchief around their neck and a red sash around their waist. In the afternoon, traditional bullfights then take place in this Plaza del Toros de Pamplona, where the 6 bulls that had run in the morning are always slaughtered. The running of the bulls attracts over 500,000 visitors every year. And quite regularly, there are serious injuries and even fatalities amongst the participants, but also spectators. So, if you do or don't want to witness this, please make sure when you're visiting Pamplona to keep the dates July 6th until July 14th in mind. If you want to stay in Pamplona and are looking for a place to stay, we've got our recommendations in a separate video on where to stay in Pamplona, and that will be in the middle of your screen, so keep going crazy now. If you like this video, you know what to do. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell as well, and then we hope to see you on our next Crazy Ride.